Hey pals, it's Sassy Cassie, and welcome back to another reaction video of Naruto Shippuden. As always, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and following me on the second part of my Shinobi journey. I would also like to give a very special thank you to my patron. So before we get into this recap, I'm gonna do some responses because again, I'm doing this almost exactly in real time because I'm no longer ahead and it's very upsetting. So to U140550, yes, every time I know it's going to end and I know that the episode cannot last forever, but I still want more and I get disappointed every single time. It's so dumb. I'm so dumb, but it's fine. I'm used to it. I should know better, but I still get upset at the end of every episode. I'm sure I will get upset at the end of this episode, at the end of the next episode. It's fine. Everything's fine. To the other person, I'll probably still respond to this one, but I also wanted to respond here, and I apologize if I say your last name wrong, but it's John Olamide? I'm sorry if I said that wrong. You asked me if I had already seen or I've already watched Boruto. I have not. I just know that it exists. And I've seen like pictures at like Hot Topic and stuff like that. So I kind of get the gist of what goes on with Boruto. I know that they have kids, that everybody has kids, but I don't know like really anything past that, to be honest. I know that Naruto is the Hokage. I know that he has 2 kids. And that's pretty much the, oh, and I know Sasuke and Sakura end up together and they have 1 kid, I think. That's pretty much the extent of my knowledge on Boruto. So I guess in some ways that is spoiler, but it's hard because I don't actively go out of my way to find stuff out about Boruto because I don't want those spoilers. I don't have a lot of social media, even though I guess in like the description, I have like a Twitter and Instagram, but I am very bad at social media. I don't actively go out of my way to search for stuff. I don't go out of my way to find out stuff about Naruto in the future, but sometimes it pops up. And even if I don't click on it, people are very bad at labeling their like article title something non-conspicuous. They always are saying something. I'm like, I didn't even click on it. I just looked at it and now I know what's going on. So that's why like in my beginning in Naruto, I would always talk about how there are some things that I already know because it's been out for so long and now there's Boruto. So there are just some things that I see, even if I'm not even trying. I'm not even trying. And there are just some things that I already see. So I'm sorry if it comes off as I know too much. I probably do in the grand scheme of things because I wasn't watching this back when it first came out. I try very hard not to engage in anything, but I know that Boruto exists, so I know they're all going to be okay, but it doesn't make me any less sad in the moment, especially when they're constantly experiencing near-death experiences. It's fine. Also, to my friend that I talked to before, you tell me how to say it. I still don't know how to say it. I want to put it in a computer, but you know how Google is whenever it's like, oh, I'm going to pronounce this, and you're like, wow, that's like the worst thing I've ever heard, because you just laughed and you said it's Igor? And I don't know if you get this a lot, and I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it literally reminds me of Young Frankenstein. In a good way. I love Young Frankenstein. But you talked about how Sasori is among the best of the Akatsuki, and you were talking about how it's just so freaking awesome that he uses a Kazekage as a puppet. I agree. I think that's really fascinating and cool and just so diabolical. So I agree. Like I get what you're saying. I always appreciate when the villains, so to speak, are more than just one note, that they have like their own backstories and their own they're so intricate, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So yeah. And to rewatch, I don't know if that's how you want it to be pronounced since there's a Q where the A should be. Because otherwise it would be Gosh. Anyway, to you, my friend Rewatch, you asked me, will I ever react to Attack on Titan? Here's the funny thing about Attack on Titan that those who actually watch this beginning part will actually get to know. I watched the first episode of Attack on Titan like 5 years ago, or just so long ago. I was like, I'm gonna like watch this. What's the big deal? I watched the first episode. I had nightmares for 3 days. Well, I should say 3 nights because nightmares happen when you sleep. Well, I guess you could have. Anyway, I had nightmares for 3 consecutive nights about getting bitten in half by titans. And it just was terrifying because even though I know it's just a dream, the thing that's hard about dreams is that you can't, I mean, unless you have if you're one of those people that can do like, I don't want to call it lucid dreaming, but that's the term that's coming, like whenever you like are actively aware that you are dreaming and you can like control yourself in a dream. So I'm not like that. So it frustrates me that I can't control what I dream about, but I have nightmares, and nobody likes to have nightmares, except maybe if you're Wednesday Addams, I don't know. But like, I don't like to have nightmares, and I can't control having nightmares about this really scary show. The hard part for me is that the animation looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks so good. And that's why I wanted to watch it, because I love good animation. If anybody listens to my podcast, you will know that I wanted to be an animator once upon a time. So I love animation, that it's so pretty. I can just watching like one clip, I don't have no idea what's going on, but it looks so pretty. And I will admit that my friend vented to me once about stuff happening in Attack on Titan, but I don't recall, because this is when she still lived here. So probably around the same time, like 5 or so years ago. And I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about. But when you don't have many anime nerd friends, even if you don't watch that stuff, you just let your other anime nerd friends vent about whatever they're feeling in their feels of whatever show they're watching. So I was like, you can vent to me. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. It sounds really interesting, I guess. But yeah, I don't really know how to answer this question, because my friend Lisa, who does my podcast with me, she told me that it is like her long-term goal to get me to watch Attack on Titan past like the first episode. And I don't know, because in case any of you haven't noticed, I'm kind of a fluffy kind of person. I'm a magical girl kind of girl. And I still enjoy shonen because I love My Hero. I'm really enjoying Naruto. But I think Attack on Titan might be crossing the line for me. And I'm not saying it's not a possibility. I'm just saying it is going to take a lot of convincing to get me there. Maybe one day I'll do it for you guys. I'm already starting Demon Slayer and I'm already regretting my life. So maybe I will give Attack on Titan a chance, since I'm behind the times on all these anime, as it were. But I know that was a really long explanation. I hope that answers your question. I guess the answer is maybe. I don't know. There have been a couple of other comments like dot. It's literally written out dot, and then there are physically 2 dots. So dot. That's really clever. You say Guys Groans getting louder, waiting for Neji to participate is so funny to you. Funny to me too. Absolutely hilarious. I love their team dynamic so much. To Bernard Martins, sometimes I can't remember what I say in these things. You said I need an adult, quote unquote, and then you asked me, have I watched Dragon Ball Abridged? So, I don't want you to hate me. I'm not a fan of Dragon Ball. So no, I haven't watched Dragon Ball Abridged. I'm sorry. Maybe that's something else that you all can potentially convince me to give another chance, because I'm just not a fan. You also said those Cutting Onions Ninja Clan attacked again. They be attacking me all the time, okay? It's unfair. Go attack somebody else. But I appreciated this comment. I didn't heart it yet, so heart. Ooh, going back to when I first got better, John Olamide, again. You said, glad to hear that you're doing better. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm glad to be doing better too, because being sick is no fun. Especially when you're sitting in bed, super incoherent, thinking about what's going to happen next in Naruto, but don't have the brain capacity to like watch or fully process. Even though technically I did still watch before I had actually fully recovered, but that's besides the point. You also said, trust me, there are many villains you'll like in this series, not just Orochimaru and Itachi. I mean, I think Sasori is a really good example of that. I haven't seen the full scale of what he's capable of, but he's already turning out to be very diabolical, and I love to hate it so much. So yeah, I think that's everything from at least the last time I looked at these comments or last time I responded. I apologize that it always takes me so long to look at them. If any of you do actually watch this, which I guess most of you that actually leave comments do watch the beginning and ending parts. I think I guess it's a new week now. So 2 weeks ago, I worked 60 hours in 4 days, and it's just very exhausting. While I do feel bad not responding right away, I hope you guys are understanding. And I appreciate all of you for just watching my nonsense. It's fine. There's a break in my near future, which I will talk more about next week. Anyway, let's talk about this recap because I've been rambling on for way too long. It's not going to seem that long because I'm going to edit it down, but in reality, it's been like 20 minutes. So, in the last episode, so many things. We are really focusing on Chiyo and Sakura versus Sasori, and we got his face reveal, and then we found out that he is the reason the third Kazekage went missing. He killed him and turned him into a puppet. Like, I'm so frustrated in some ways with myself because I'm that person that I love mysteries. Me and my mom watch crime shows all the time, and we're constantly trying to guess who done it throughout the whole episode, which explains a lot when I'm watching stuff like this. I'm always throwing out theories. I'm like upset that the clues were all there. The clues were all there and I didn't see it coming. I'm like, I guess because with Naruto, even though, yes, I do still throw out all my crazy person theories, but I get so invested, so involved that I don't always think about it. It's just, I'm not thinking about all the clues that they're giving us, and I'm just kind of watching it, which I guess is a good thing. I don't think y'all really need my crazy person theory time all the time. But the point is, it was right there. It was right there, and I didn't see it coming. Ah, that was such a good twist. I hate it so much, but it's so good. In the other vein, though, Team Guy is still caught up battling themselves, and Deidara has gone out further with Naruto and Kakashi chasing him. And that's where we're at. Let's watch this episode. My throat is already dry. This is going to be great. There we go.
Shall we get to it?
Here it comes.
Oh, yeah. I love how whenever I start the episode, I immediately remember things. With the poison gas. Totally forgot about that. And how awesome Lady Chiyo is, which I don't know how I could forget. But man, Lady Chiyo is awesome.
Quick, hold your breath, Sakura! Poison? Sakura!
Random side note question. How do these places get made? Not like talking about the puppet master fight. The canyon with a bunch of logs in between. How do these things come about? Totally random side note that doesn't need to be answered. Just curious.
Naruto!
I was gonna say, that can't be it. Where'd you go, Naruto?
Kakashi-sensei!
Well, he is the copy ninja. A single piece of detonating clay isn't gonna cut it, I guess.
What's the plan? Also, I'm kind of glad that Naruto is thinking about Kakashi. He's not super just you know?
Naruto, wait!
I say that, and then this happens.
We've strayed too far from Sakura. Any further and we'll be out of transmission range too. I won't be able to contact Guy's team. I have to hurry.
This is very stressful. I knew it was gonna be stressful. It's been stressful, but it's very stressful.
I'm not done yet.
Woo! I love Guy Sensei. Oh. That slow motion action, so good. Interesting.
Rotation! Damn it. What are we supposed to do?
Correct. The question I've been asking for like 4 episodes. Not that I don't love to see that they're still engaged in battle, but I either want them to make progress, because if they're gonna stay at a stalemate, I just keep thinking, why am I watching this? Because really all it's doing is giving me a bigger heartache.
How the hell do you beat yourself? I'm running out of ideas here.
I don't know. 10-10. Recognize your own weaknesses. I don't know. I forget how fast Lee is, but I love it every time I do see it.
No good. I'm exhausted.
Cool. Back where we started. It's fine.
There's no way the girl will survive my poison.
See, that's what you think.
I'm okay.
Curious why Chio hasn't pulled her out.
Sakura!
I don't think so.
Oh no. I spoke too soon. So what are you gonna do? Oh, it's continuously blowing poison into the area. I was very confused for a second. I was like, why hasn't this dissipated yet? That makes more sense.
Sorry, Naruto. It means you may have to wait for me a little bit. But next time, I promise I won't be dead weight.
Oh, I remember that. I was like, tears. Sakura's growing so much. Come on, Sakura. You could do it.
That poisonous gas will disperse in a minute. Hang in there, Sakura.
I have more than one store of poison, you know.
What?
I had hopes too, Lady Chio.
What?
What did she do? I saw the talisman.
Sakura!
But confusion. I know that all talismans are not the same. I just wonder what kind of talisman it was. Oh, good job, Sakura. Appreciate you.
Not bad, I've got to admit.
Not bad.
Oh, this is bad.
I forget that he said that he wanted to choose, or not choose, change both of them into his living puppets as well.
She used the blast wave from a paper bomb to dissipate the gas.
Paper bomb. Got it.
Endangering herself to escape a trap. How reckless.
Okay, Lady Chio, you're right, but have you met her partners?
I'm going to make sure you tell me everything about Orochimaru! Is that clear?
No response. Sure, let's just change to the next scene. It's fine. Ah. Stress.
All I want is the Jinchuriki. The copy ninja's a headache I don't need.
You're a headache we don't need.
Find a way to separate them.
Oh, not these guys again.
Kakashi-sensei!
Naruto.
Still the best!
I love that he's worried about him but doesn't doubt his abilities, but also, I'm stressed.
I don't have much detonating clay left. A shame, really. If I knew I was gonna end up in this predicament, I probably would have brought along a little extra. Oh well, I still have my trump card.
Is this the same trump card he used against Gaara? Huh? Huh?
Really now, haven't you any manners? A man should be attentive when a lady speaks to him.
Oh, understanding. I see now. I understand. Great. Awesome. Thank you, Lady Chio. Also, I really wish that Sakura had deflected those herself.
These are the very first puppets that you ever crafted.
Oh. Oh, no.
The father
Oh, no.
and the mother.
Oh, no. No. Oh, I see her flashbacks. I understand now. Oh, I don't like that.
You mean Sasori's?
What could you possibly hope to accomplish with them? Those puppets were made by my hand. I know all their tricks.
You're quite certain of that, are you?
The satisfied look on his face is... Oh, I hate that he's been developing his art from such a young age. So unfortunate. I mean, great for the villain development, but the diabolicalness goes far beyond what I originally thought. I love the music that's going along with this too, because it makes it feel even more epic. Ah! My thought process with this, how the poetic oh my gosh. Ah! So good. I love how epic this fight is. Like, this is not as flashy as, like, Rock Lee versus Gaara, but it has its own... I don't even know the word. But the poetic justice that would be served if he was actually defeated by his family, which I don't think the Akatsuki would be defeated so easily, but still poetic justice.
This is starting to get messy. Guess I better play my next hand.
No? I hate that. Yeah. I squint. Excuse me? No, the church music! This is not good! Is it like...
I'm gonna grind you into dust.
What is that?
The most terrifying weapon in the history of the Sand Village. The Iron Sand.
Iron Sand? See, I thought it was a lot like, oh, I'm forgetting his name at the moment. Bug Boy. Of course, that's the end. It's fine, because now I can talk about what I was going to say. At first, I thought it was kind of like insects, kind of like our Bug Boy, whose name escapes me at the moment, and I'll probably remember it as soon as I finish recording. But clearly it's not. It's Iron Sand. I am curious, and I think that's super cool, that even though he turned them into puppets, he's still able to control them to use the jutsus that they had, which is so fascinating, so interesting. I don't know, pals. On the one hand, slightly frustrated because we spent like 5 whole minutes looking at the stalemate that was the other battles. And like, again, I'm glad that we kind of got to check in on them. But at the same time, if there's no progress, I don't care right now. I'm sorry, I don't. With Naruto and Kakashi, I guess there was a little tiny bit of progress. Kakashi now knows that he's trying to separate them. Even though, again, sometimes it's hard whenever you know all the pieces, and even still we don't know all the pieces, but like when you as the audience know all the pieces, when the other people find out the pieces, you're like, wasn't that obvious? And then you have to remember that you've known what's been going through their minds for a while, and they haven't. But then, just the puppet battle. Oh, it's so good. It's so much better than I thought. And Sasori, even though he's like, oh, this is taking too long, getting messy, whatever, he did seem to be enjoying himself, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I care that much. But the fact that he turned his parents into puppets, why? But Lady Chio's flashbacks make so much more sense now, and I understand now what she went and got, which I said I understood, but like, just so y'all are aware that was going through my mind, I was like, ah, yes, I understand now. I get it. I understand. I get that it makes him so much more diabolical on like a much deeper level than I originally thought, and that's cool, I guess. I am upset, though. I know that these Akatsuki are supposed to be like super villains, but in many ways I don't really expect them to be defeated because they're so diabolical. But now I'm starting to question, because of this, because I think it would just be such sweet, sweet poetic justice if he was defeated by his mom, his dad, and his granny. I'm questioning whether they do get defeated. Because theoretically, like what I was saying at the beginning, even though I don't know the full scale of what Boruto really is about, other than that it's their kids, they have to be okay at the end. So is the Akatsuki still a problem by the time Boruto comes around, or do they actually get defeated in the end? I have questions about that. Anywhoots, I think that's all my thoughts. All of them are out of my brain, I think. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching and following me on this crazy shinobi journey. And until next time, bye!